Today we will make a right angle with the help of a stretched rope. One day I was passing by a building site and I noticed the mason saying, "Chaika phenko, tayari karo." When I saw what he was doing, I was quite surprised. He was applying the Pythagoras theorem to construct the corner of the walls, two walls. Now let's see what exactly he was doing. He had taken a long rope and he divided the long rope into 12 equal parts. Can you see the long rope? And it has been divided into 12 equal parts by me by marking blue lines on it. Okay. Now what I do is I use the parts in such a way. I'll show you how I will hold these rope and stretch. Now these two ends are there. I take one of the ends and I take 1, 2 and 3 parts. Right? All of you can see the 3 parts? Yes. And then I take 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts and hold it here. The rest I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts. I put them one upon the other. Now can you see what has happened? Can you see a right angle is formed here? It is formed in between the side which has the 3 parts and the 4 parts. And the side which has 5 parts of the rope is opposite to the right angle. So this is an application of Pythagoras theorem which you will study later. Okay, now I show you another example. Only thing is, instead of a rope, I have used some piece of wool. And I will actually paste it on a thermocol piece and show you the right angle. Now the two ends of this string, I have fixed it on the thermocol. And how have I divided the wool into 12 parts is by knots. Can you see the knots on the wool? And I have divided the wool into 12 equal parts. Now these knots I will see it in such a way that 1, 2, 3 parts I have on this side and I can stretch those and fix the toothpick here. And I have already fixed one toothpick here. Right? Okay. Now I will take 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. And these 4 parts will go up here. And I'll fix this part again on the thermocol. Now once I stretch properly the thermocol, you will find that the point at which the 3 parts and the 4 parts are meeting forms a right angle. And this right angle is opposite to the stretched string which has 5 parts. Can you see it? Right. Now the same thing I will explain with, let's say, different numbers. I have here taken another example in which I have again taken a rope and I have divided into parts by tying threads to it. I have 6 parts on this side and I have 8 parts on this side. And the sides which have 6 and 8 parts, where they meet, that forms a right angle. and this right angle is opposite to the rope which has 10 parts. So basically what have we done? We've made a right angle with the help of a stretched rope or a stretched string. Greater the distance between the parts and the more the string or the rope is stretched, the right angle that is formed is better, more accurate. So it's better to use a long rope or a long thread. Okay, now can you find out that if you can form right angles with ropes which you can divide into 5, 12 and 13 parts. That means you have a long rope which has 30 parts together, and the right angle will be formed between the parts that you take 5 and 12, and it will be opposite to the part which has 13 parts. Okay. Now let us take another example, and that will be, we take a rope which has 40 parts, and you will find that the right angle is formed between the parts which are 8 parts and 15 parts, and it is opposite to the 17 parts of the rope. So try it and see if you can make the right angle. If you like the video, then like it, share it and subscribe to the channel.